So, as we all know, elder people suffer from a very utter and intense loneliness and feel very outcasted and abandoned by their society and feel like they're in a social isolation. And we're facing a lot of problems with that since a lot of elder people feel like their feelings are being ignored and neglected by their society. And with loneliness comes fear. And with that, elder people are fearing that their society will turn their back on them because of the change that's happening. And I really want to know you guys' opinion about it. So if you want to say anything, please raise your hands, and you're more than welcome. So we're going to start off with the Mr. Ryan. The floor is yours.
Yes, so thank you. First of all, I want to say that uh, there's this part of our society that's being left out, and they suffer from loneliness, and they suffer from depression, and they suffer from various mental issues, uh, and it's kind of hurting them, and it especially that they are they're people who uh, kind of like live life as if they will most likely be dead tomorrow, and that's how their mind functions. They think that, okay, maybe tomorrow, maybe I won't wake up the next morning, maybe I won't be alive the next day to see my children, to see my family. uh, and they feel really left out. They feel uh, I can say, I guess, they feel lost in the crowd. And we're not really doing anything about it. The government isn't doing anything about it because, well, first of all, they look at them as people who don't contribute to the economy. They don't contribute to really anything, to be honest, because they're retired. They don't have a job. They don't contribute to the economy, as I said, which is what our government mostly focuses on. And that's why it's left to certain associations that are non-governmental to take care of these parts of our society who are in desperate need of help. uh, and thus, they're just helped by people who, generous people, uh, people who feel pity for them. And we all feel pity for them. I feel pity for them as well, because I feel like someday I will be in that spot, and I will not, maybe I will not have anyone to take care of me. Maybe my children will leave me in a shelter or whatever. Life is life. You can't like predict what's gonna happen in when you get older. uh and I feel like we should help them out. Maybe like, my opinion was that, hey, maybe you can put them in a shelter where they can communicate with other people who are the same age as they are. But then again, in our tradition, I don't know if you guys see this a lot, but I see this a lot because my mom says, "Oh, you guys are just gonna put me in an elderly shelter or an elderly home." I'm like, no, no, we're not gonna put you there. We're gonna take care of you. We are your children, but there are certain elderly who don't have anyone to take care of them, and you can't just put them in a homeless shelter or in an elderly shelter, because it costs money. And I feel like we should maybe like do some voluntary work maybe in the future, because I feel like we could do the same thing that we did with the homeless people, but instead it's for these elderly people. I feel like that's a great idea, but I don't know, maybe for future plans. uh Either way, I feel like elderly people are should be taken care of. They suffer from various mental illnesses, and they are a part of our society, and they are humans as well. And we should help them out, especially psychologically, because they have this mindset that, you know they could be dead at any moment, and they're just, sat there waiting for the time to come. And it's really sad. It's very heartwarming, like very, it's very, I don't know how to say it, but like it's very saddening how their life works.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. I think that elder people are considered to society as a burden. And
Yeah,
you know, they like
very
build
sad.
society, especially when our society especially cares about money and when it comes to economic stuff. So
Yeah,
they don't participate in any of that. So
yeah, and imagine you
society,
will be
yeah,
like that someday.
yeah, and it's really sad to see them like
Very
that.
sad. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. So thank you, Ryan, very much. Now we're gonna move to Mr. Ayman Fdel. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. So I want to say that for the children that left their parents in the elderly care without any excuses, I think they pretend that they don't they cannot afford the best life for them, and that's the stupid excuse. I think how they deplore a lot of effort to raise you and to become what you are now, and that they give them the negative thoughts and the death is sooner they will die, and that is really close, and also they will be extroverted and nobody will help them and nobody will talk with them, etc. So that's the negative thoughts and that's what make them like this, and I'm really speechless for this. I think that we should change our habits, change our behavior, how we look at elderly people, because also elderly people have hope. They can do also something useful for us, for our community.
I think Mr. Ayman Fdel disconnected. So now I guess we're gonna move to Mrs. Risa. The floor is yours.
Yeah. So, sitting on the couch and watching TV is actually the stereotype we have about elderly people. So, I don't think that they are. Actually, they are people with mindset, and I consider them as mobile schools. If you want to learn about wisdom, you have to go to speak to someone, to an elderly people, and you will learn a lot from them. So they have ideas to give. They are thinkers. So we must consider them as an important part of our lives, and not just people who just sit down and watch TV, or maybe in Morocco they sit down outside and they just speak about whatever. So I believe that elderly people need more care from our sides, and that's it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mrs. Risa. I totally agree. I don't know about you guys, but in our geography classes, we learn about many countries such as Japan and USA. And when it comes to talking about how many citizens there's in there, elder people are considered something bad, which only makes the situation worse. Because I believe they're the base of this community, and they're the one who built it, and now the community is turning its back on them, which is something
Uh,
really, really
just
bad.
a just a
So
quick response. Yeah. So
yeah,
I've seen that same. It's in Japan. We studied about it as well,
yeah,
and I believe that they are thought of like that because they don't contribute to the economy anymore. They're thought of as people who aren't useful. They're not contributing to anything in the community anymore, and that's part of why they're considered as bad, as you said.
yeah, I totally agree. So now we're gonna move to Miss Arish. The floor is yours.
First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. So, actually, elder people are like they have a different mindset. They are like most of their life was and when they were just uh, young, that's the time when they get used to life. And also now things have changed. but they still have the same mindset as before. Also, as we are used to this time because we are still young, but in future things may change, and we could have the same problems of loneliness if we don't sort this problem out. Because elder people, like when they lose someone that's is dear to them, uh, they feel sad, like as we all think. But it's not like we say that, for example, uh, my computer was broken. Uh, my computer was broken, but it's not the same as if someone died. It's different. We are used to our times. Uh, we have to make elder people feel as if they are existing, because it's whenever we imagine an old person, we imagine him either uh, in a couch sitting like that, or somewhere like with other people when there are somewhere public, like maybe in a park or shop, because they feel lonely and they want to be around people. Also, the young people, like not everyone, but most of them, they don't give value to all elder people. Actually, elder people are the reason why we were born. The oldest people are our ancestors. Uh, it's thanks to them that we exist. Because without them, we wouldn't exist, and they wouldn't exist either. As also, old people, the elderly, that are very sensitive. So just if they discover that you were lying to them, they feel sad. Just for a simple thing, like us, we are used to people lying to us, so we don't make such a fuss about it. But the elder people are very sensitive, uh, either for their age, or some people they feel bad because someone lied to them. They were hoping something good, but it didn't happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Arish. Thank you actually very, very much. That was amazing. Now we're gonna move to Mr. Muhammad Jalil. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. In my opinion, I share the same idea of Arish and Wissal. For me, the issue is especially mindset, because the age is so relative. Some people in 60, they feel younger, and others, they feel just older, elder, and they are unable to add any value to the society. So the issue starts from this. When people, they feel that they are inactive or without any added value. Some of them, they just got this after the retirement, job retirement. They feel that they have nothing to add, and to avoid loneliness caused by this retirement, there are two types of people. Some, they just try to do volunteering, or to take a job for free, just to be busy all the day, and to keep themselves active on the society. Others just they let what they fear the most, which is loneliness, they just let it go inside them, and this is what causes in their mind that they are elder, even if they didn't suffer from any health issue. And also what we see the most in Europe in general is just people, when they start to be elder, they just put them on a house retirement, by just telling them that they will be safe and they will be in a secure place. But they instead of being with family, and also to feel younger with your own family. So yeah, for me, this is the issue. More people, they keep themselves integrated on the active society. More they will not feel elder. And I see last holiday, I met some people. They had 80 years old, and they are on holiday in Asia, and they don't fear COVID or something like this. They just trying to travel, trying to live as well as they can, and they know that one day they will that instead of other people just they have 40 or 50, they just when they listen COVID, they just close all the doors and they keep themselves they fear everything. So I think yeah, the issue is more mindset than other thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed Najari. I think Wissal wants to say something because we're actually past the time now. I think Wissal is going to be the last speaker. Sorry for everyone who wanted to say anything. Just we're past the time, the limited time. So yeah, go on, Wissal.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Then actually, I believe, like personally, I believe that when we talk about all the people, we talk about people that they grow accustomed to loneliness through no one except to spend his or her last years in solitude, absent of loved ones. And when we're talking about how they feel and how they live and from what they suffer, it's like just imagine how you're gonna feel when you are when you find yourself that you're unwanted, loved, and cared for, and forgotten by everybody, even those who you love him. And I think that there is much greater hunger, much greater poverty than the person who has nothing like to eat. And I believe like those people, those elderly people need our help, because like it's a shame to have people that they was taken care of us when we were young, and now we're looking at them. Those people, even if they're not a member of family, but they still our grandparents. We can see their grandparents, we can see their fathers, their mothers, our fathers and our mothers, because one day the life, it is up and down, and it is an easy place. It is not a rainbow and sunshine. One day maybe you're gonna be on their situation, maybe you're gonna be on the same situation, maybe, and you're gonna suffer from loneliness. And I believe that's why we should normally think about them. We should normally think about how we're gonna feel if we were in their shoes. And when I'm talking about elderly people, every time I say it and I repeat it, we're talking about people who are like treasure, and we should keep it safe actually. And when we talk about what they suffer, those people, we talk about being lonely is when being lonely is not a feeling when you are alone. No, we should know that being lonely is a feeling when no one cares of you, because loneliness is just tortures many, if not most, of the elderly more intentionally and more frequently than it terms many of most of urban and never of be. And I believe like just the fact of imagining that one day you're gonna be like you're gonna feel that you're lost in crowd, and you're gonna feel that there is no one who cares about you. It makes you feel that you don't even want to think about it. So why we're not gonna think about those people who are just treasure? They know more than we do, and they have more knowledge and information than we do. Thank you.
Thank you, Wissal, very much. Thank you for a wonderful intervention. That was like a motivational speech to care more about elder people. So now I think we're going to move to our next activity because of time.